Hey, Kim.
Hey, Jeffrey.
How are you?
Okay, how you doing?
Not bad. Looks like a small group today.
Very quiet, eh?
Unless people are coming late.
Yeah.
Did you have a nice weekend?
Yeah. What do we got a little snow, didn't we?
We did. Oh, what's that echo?
I don't know. Oh, I know what it is. Okay.
Shouldn't be from your tablet because your tablet is
Yeah.
not on. Yeah, we had some snow and then it was, we taught on Saturday and it was all gone outside in the park. And then on Sunday we did a walk fit class and this was just some snow. I think no, it was all still gone on Sunday as I recall. And today there's not really much snow out either. So it came and went quickly.
Oh, that's okay.
As usual.
It's pretty when it comes down, that's all.
It is. Hi, Pat. Pat's just logging in slowly.
Okay, hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
It's good to see you a second time today, Pat.
I know.
Oh boy, that's nice.
Nice to see you too. Jeff, I may get a call from my doctor that I'll have to go take while we're doing our stuff, okay?
No problem. Thanks for letting me know. If you disappear, I know why. Hopefully someone else joins us in the next couple minutes. Any requests today, Kim or Pat?
No, but I do have like hand problems. I guess it's from on the computer things. The what do you call it?
Right.
Carpal tunnel.
Oh, yeah. So we can do some wrist and finger mobility.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
How about you, Pat? Any requests?
Just the backs of my legs tighten up really fast. I'm fine.
The hamstrings?
Hamstrings. Yeah, both like, up top in particular, in the thigh area.
Got you.
Yeah. So
we'll do some
there would be good.
Does everyone have some bands or straps?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can use those as well to help us out. And we have yoga blocks. Okay, we'll get started. If anyone has yoga blocks, you're welcome to put one yoga block under each foot and slide the blocks as close as possible to the chair. Put the ball of the foot on the block and the heel on the floor. And do you have yoga blocks, Kim, or not?
No.
So if you don't, you just allow your feet to rest comfortably.
All right.
If you don't have those yoga blocks. Oh, and there's Nora joining us. We'll take a few deep breaths. We'll feel the lower abdomen, mid chest, and upper chest rise. Good afternoon, Nora. Nice to see you.
Hi, Jeffrey. My son has just called to say he's going to pick my car up, so I'm going to have to leave the meeting. I don't know if I can get back in, how long they're going to be here, if I just leave it on and.
Yeah, you can leave it on and come back anytime.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. I'll see you later.
Not a problem.
Right, bye.
So in a comfortable seated position, we'll just start releasing through our lower back and glutes and back thigh. So we're going to exhale, round the shoulders, tuck the chin. Let the head and chest melt. And then as we inhale up, I'm going to take my left hand to hold my right wrist and reach my right hand over the head and just spread my fingers as wide as I can. And then as I exhale, squeeze my fingers together, make a fist, and then allow my hands to come on my thighs and allow my head and chest to fall. And then slowly inhale up. This time I'll hold my right hand on my left wrist, extend my fingers wide, bring it over the head and chest. Squeeze the glutes, tuck the tail as the hand comes up. And then as we exhale down, we'll put the hands on the thighs, squeeze the fingers together. Good afternoon, Deb. Now there's going to be a slight variation here. As I inhale up, I'm going to hold my right wrist, spread my fingers wide. I can either bring it in line with my chest or a little bit higher. Feel those fingers spread wide. As I exhale, press the fingertips together. Place the right hand on the thigh, and I'm going to lean my head and chest over my front thigh as I exhale. And then inhaling up. I'm going to hold on to the left wrist this time, spread the fingers wide. I can either take my hands to my chest height, or if it feels good, I can reach my hands a little bit over my head and chest. I can look towards my left thumb, and then exhale my hands onto the front of my left thigh. Squeeze the fingers together. And if it feels good, let my head and chest fall over the front of my left thigh. Allow my chin to move towards the center of my chest. And then slowly inhaling up. Let's do that one more time, each direction. So I'll hold onto my right wrist. Spread the fingers wide. Squeeze my glutes, tuck the tail, look up to my right thumb. And then I'll exhale, press my fingers together as much as I can, comfortably. Place my hand on my right fingertips and just let my head fall forward, curling the toes to the front shin. And then I'll slowly inhale up. Last time, as I inhale, I'll reach the left hand up, spread the fingers wide, holding on to the wrist. See if I can bring my left hand behind my head and chest as I look up to my left thumb. That's it. And then slowly place my left palm on my left thigh and allow myself to melt forward. Feeling the stretch through my left upper glute and lower back. And then I'll slowly inhale back to the center. From here, I'm going to inhale both hands up. Palms facing forward. I'm going to stretch my hands as wide as possible. And then as I exhale, I'm going to place my hands on my front thigh and bring my head and chest right between my inner thighs, bringing my head as close as feels good towards my big toe and ankle. Rolling down, slowly inhaling up. I'll spread my fingers wide like I'm holding on to two balls of energy. Bring them as wide as feels comfortable. If it feels good, I'll let my chin move away from my chest. Look up to the sky. And then I'll exhale and let my chin move to my sternum. And release down. Feels good. Let the hands melt to the block or fingertips. This time, as I inhale up, I'm going to see if I can bring my hands with my elbows at 90 degrees, palms forward, as I lean back. This time, a bend in the elbow. I want to make this a little bit harder. I'm going to slide my hip a little bit further forward, and I can slide my toes further forward, and then exhale, roll the shoulders, tuck the chin. I can look straight ahead, I get dizzy. Otherwise, if it feels good, I can let my head fall and drape down to my ankles. Releasing the lower back. Slowly inhaling back up. And hold. If it feels good, I can slide my hips a little bit further forward. Some of you may be able to place your elbows behind the top of the chair and look up and back. And then exhale forward. Tongue moving to the roof of the mouth. And then we'll slowly rise. Going through a quick set of wrist releases. I'm going to interlace my fingers. I'm going to slide my hips back so that my lower back is pressed directly into the back of the chair. Keep my feet on those blocks if I want a little bit of a lower back stretch and hip flexor release. Interlacing my fingers. I'm going to keep my elbows pressed into the side of my ribs as I gently circle. I want to avoid the elbows moving. I'll go in one direction, tongue, neck, and jaw relaxed. And then I'm going the other direction. Breathe. Very nice. And then relax. Allow the fingers to shake out. I can slowly lift my right knee, extend it, curl my toe to my head and chest. If I can wrap my hands around the back of my thigh, lift that foot up, and then slowly release as I inhale. Exhale, other side, lift the left knee. See if you can wrap your hands around the back of the thigh, lift the left big toe up, and then slowly release down. Good. You want a little bit more? We're going to use our blend here and wrap the band around the right foot. Inhale, lift the right big toe up, and then exhale down. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale up, see if you can come a little higher each time. And exhale down. If you don't have the band, we can just keep our hands around the back of our thigh. We'll do one more repetition. Stretching out the back of the thigh. And then we'll do the other side. So we'll inhale, extend that left knee. Exhale and bend it. You want to work a little bit harder, deeper stretch into the hamstring. Feel free to wrap a band around the sole of the foot. Feeling the opening, extensibility, decompression through the hamstring muscle, through the calf muscle, through the gluteal. Just do a couple more repetitions here. Exhaling to release. Warming up the hamstring and gluteal. Then we'll release that left foot. Let it rest. From here, I'm going to take my fingertips, interlace my fingertips, palms facing down. Bring my elbows up in line with my sternum. And then I'm going to drop one elbow and then the other. Feel the release to the wrist musculature. Keeping my lower back pressed into the back of the chair. Gentle flowing movements here. Allow the tongue to touch the roof of the mouth. Releasing neck and jaw. Nice, smooth, gentle, relaxing breaths. That's okay. Try not to let the elbows come higher than the armpits. Try to keep the elbows below the armpits. Relaxing the upper shoulder. And we'll slowly release. From here, level 1, I'm just going to straighten the right leg and hold it. Level 2, I'm going to stand. And I'm going to take my right foot behind me. knee nice and straight, and my left leg in front. And then I'm going to exhale and hinge. Keep the straightness in the knees. For anyone who wants to go a little further, you can bring your hands onto the front of the chair. Feel that hamstring stretch. Roll the left knee out and back, and the right hip out and back. Stabilize the pelvis, pull the belly button in. If anyone wanted to go further, you could place your elbows and forearms on the chair. And just feel this pyramid pose. If it feels uncomfortable holding it, we can come up and down out of it. Couple more breaths here. Pressing my hip bones back. When it feels ready, I'll slowly come up. So if I'm standing, I'm going to take my right leg forward and my left leg back. Feet are fairly wide apart to stabilize the hip. I'm going to place the weight on the balls of my feet. I'm going to bring my head and chest forward as my hips slide back, finding length through my lower spine and sacrum, perhaps holding here, or perhaps putting the hands on the seat of the chair. Pull the belly button in and up, rolling the left knee out and the right heel and hip back. If it feels good, I can go a little deeper as long as my lower back is flat. Just hold the stretch here, feeling from the sit bone all the way to the back of the kneecap. It is stretching out and expanding. When the time is right, we'll slowly inhale up. Allow that front knee to bend a little bit. I'm going to come back into either standing or seated position. Take a moment to breathe. So you can stand or sit for this movement. We're going to take the hands so that the palms face the outside and the back of the hands face each other. Then I'm going to press my wrist bones together so they touch. Try to press them into each other. And then I'm going to keep my wrist in line with my chest. Bring my fingers down to my pelvis and navel, and then up to my chin and chest while pressing those wrist bones together. Very smooth. Making sure the shoulders are dropped away from the ears. Nice open clavicular head. Deep breaths. Feeling the wrist release. Expand and open. As I inhale and exhale. Very gentle. Couple more repetitions here. Deep breaths. Now as I do this, I'm going to bring my wrist to my sternum, and then I'm going to slide my hips forward, lean back, and then I'm going to bring my hands back to my pelvis. Lean back, and then back to my pelvis. One more. And soften. From here, if I have those yoga blocks, I'm going to bring them a little bit wider. If not, just bring your feet wider. Toes facing forward, hand on thigh, head and chest forward, hinge at the hip, belly button pulls in tight, lower back presses back, and then inhale up. If anyone wants to go a little further as we exhale down, we can let the hands come in front of the kneecaps. Feel the inner thighs melting, and then inhale up. If anyone wants to go a little further, we can see if we can bring our fingertips to our ankles. And then inhale up. If anyone wants to go a little further, some of you may be able to place your hands on the floor in front of you or the block. And then slowly inhale up. Doesn't matter which progression we're doing today, whatever feels right for you. I'll do one more. Belly button pulls into the lower back, exhale air out. Strong core activation, Uddiyana Bandha. And then we'll slowly rise. Wonderful. From here, I'm going to slowly take my right palm, back of the hand facing the front, let it dangle. I'm going to place the back of my hand, my fingertips here, gently roll it down, and then up. Roll it down, and then up. Just the tips of the fingers are gently rolling down, softening that right elbow. If you want a little bit more, you can place the whole hand on the thigh, just as far as feels comfortable. If there's any pain, you've gone too far. If you wanted more, you could let your head come forward. Breathe. So the palm is facing the sternum and the fingers are facing that front hip bone. If anyone's very advanced, you could take your right hand on the chair, fingers facing your abdomen, and then go down and up. And this is a very advanced option. So most of us will stay seated instead of doing this advanced version. Most of us will just gently roll the fingers a little bit down and up. Some of you may be able to go a little further with that opening. Just do one more. And then we'll allow that palm to come back up. Shake it out, relax it. We're going to take the fingers the other way. This time the palm is going to face forward. And we're going to hold on to our fingertips and see if we can bring our fingertips towards our chin. Just a little bit. Some of you may be able to go a little further. Perhaps some of you can place your fingertips on the chin.
I'm back, Jeffrey.
Welcome back, Nora.
Thank you.
And welcome to our new participant, Delicia.
Oh, the audio is quite low, Jeff.
The volume is low?
Yeah,
Okay, can you hear me, Deb?
now I can, yeah.
Okay, I'll just speak a little bit louder.
Okay.
Bringing my fingertips to my chin, and I just imagine I'm gently massaging my chin here. If I want a little bit more, I can keep a deep bend in that right elbow. And then I'll shake out the hand. Give it a little bit of a break here. Now I'm going to see if I can bring my feet a little bit wider. And if you have those yoga blocks, you can put the yoga blocks on the sides of the outer hip bones and place the tippy toes on the blocks and the heels on the floor. If not, just have your feet wide, so a nice sumo style opening here through the inner thigh as much as feels comfortable. And then we're going to gently roll those knees back using our fingertips. If it feels good, we're going to exhale down, head and chest forward, hip back, and then inhale up. Very slow. And just go to the place that feels good for you. Exhaling and inhaling. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Tongue to the roof of the mouth. Heels grounded. And some of you will just keep looking straight ahead to protect the neck and jaw. If it feels good to you, you can go down and hold at the end position, gently rolling the knees backward, creating extension through the inner hip, groin, inner thigh, and pelvis. Pressing the hips back, feeling the belly button pull in tight. Feel the inner thigh release and relax the neck and jaw. If anyone wanted to go a little further, you could place your elbows on your inner thighs, or you could use a block, place it between your inner thighs, and allow your hand to come on the block or object as you roll those knees back. Some of you may be able to bring your fingertips or your heel of your hand to the mat, rolling those knees back, opening through the inner thigh and groin, pressing the hips back and reaching the head and chest forward. And breathe. Chin is slightly tucked towards the center of the chest and stretch. Tabletop back. When the time is right, we slowly rise, coming back to seated. Allow our feet to move inward. If you have those yoga blocks, you can keep the tippy toes on the yoga block to loosen up the hips. And if you don't have yoga blocks, you can just keep your feet on the floor. We're going to do the other side wrist. I'm going to start very gentle here. I'm going to take my left hand, palm facing forward, just let my fingers dangle. Hold here for a moment, shake. Then I'm going to place those fingertips on the front of my left thigh and just allow
Hello.
the back of the hand to roll forward.
For who?
There we go. It feels good. We're just going to go forward and back a little bit. If anyone wants to go further, you may be able to place the whole hand on the thigh and then slow. Or you may want to hold it here in position. If anyone is very advanced, we can place the left hand fingers facing the thigh and just let the head and chest come forward. And this is a very deep, intense stretch. So this is a very advanced stretch for the wrist. So if it's a little bit too much, stay with the gentle version today. Just allow the fingertip and the back of the hand to melt to the thigh and go forward and back, or hold it in position. Then we're ready, we'll slowly come back to the center. I like to give my fingers a shake here, release any tension, relax the elbow and shoulder. Then I'll take that left palm, fingertips, reaching towards the chin, palm facing forward. I'm going to slide the fingertips towards my chin, keeping my elbow down and my shoulder relaxed. I feel like I want to give myself a little bit of a chin massage. Feels good. You can bring it a little further. Just hold it there. Breathe. Perhaps you want to hold on to the fingertips and slide them back. Feels good. When ready, give those wrists a shake. Right, and laugh. Tension out. Wonderful. From here, I'm going to slide my feet forward. So if you have those blocks, it's a little bit of a deeper stretch. If not, just slide your feet along the floor and slide your hips forward while holding on to the sides of the chair for support. I'm going to pull my belly button in and up, a strong belly lock, Uddiyana Bandha. I'm going to tuck my tail underneath me and lift my pelvis up to my sternum. That's known as a Kegel or root lock. And then I'm just going to allow the balls of my feet to roll into the ground. And I'm going to feel the stretch from my big toe to my ankle, from my ankle to my knee through the tibialis anterior, and from the knee all the way up to the insertion of the hip as I stretch my psoas and central quad, rectus femoris, and just hold on to the backs of the chair or the sides of the chair. If I want a little bit more, I can have those tippy toes on blocks here. If it feels like I have enough balance, I can let my chin move back and look up to the sky with my eye gaze, opening through the front insertions of my hips and thighs. And if you're very advanced, you can lift one or two hands over the head and look to those thumbs And if we have a hard surface of the chair, your upper shoulder blades will press into it, giving you a little bit of an upper back muscle stretch. And just relax. Connecting to the energy of the sun, opening the chest and heart. If you feel any pressure in the back of the neck, just tuck the chin a little bit closer to the sternum. When ready, we release those hands if they're lifted. I'll slide my hips back to the back of the chair, and I'll hold here, feeling how I've opened across the front of my chest and shoulder. Very gentle movement here. I'm going to take my right hand, gentle circles. Imagine I'm washing a window pane. If it feels good, I can start to bring the hand behind the head at the top of the circle, really opening across my pectoralis major. And if it feels good, I'm going to extend that elbow out all the way and then round in a big circular arc, keeping my lower back pressed into the back of the chair. If anyone finds this is a little bit too gentle, you want to work a little bit harder, you can come to a standing position. Place your right hand in the air, take your right leg back, holding on with your left hand, and you can circle and lean back with the chest. Deep bend in the front knee. Good. Opening that hip and pelvis, squeezing the glute as we lean back. We'll go for 4 more deep breaths. Shifting the weight into that front heel. And we're going to take it back and we're going to hold it back. If it feels good, look towards the right thumb and the space behind you. If you're standing, roll your right hip inward and your left hip inward. Stretch. And then slowly recenter. So if you're standing, you're going to slide the right foot forward. If you're sitting, just take a moment in the seated position. So either seated or standing, you're going to take that left hand in a gentle circle. And if you want a little bit more, you can hold onto the chair with the right hand and take the left foot back, lifting the left heel in the air. If it feels good, we can start to wrap the hand behind the head, keeping that elbow nice and supple. You can do this either standing or seated. Feeling the stretch through the chest and shoulder, tongue to roof of mouth. If it feels good, we can start to extend that elbow out and back. We can start to look towards the left thumb as we go back with the fingertips. Drishti, or central of focus, is our left thumb. Keep that movement going, deep breaths, standing or seated. Tucking the tail under if we stand. Opening across the inner thigh, groin, and pelvis. The next time we take the left hand back, we can hold it back. Deep breaths into that wonderful twist sensation. Feel the shoulder blades drawing together like a towel filled with water. We're trying to wring the water out of the towel. When ready, slowly recenter and come to a comfortable standing or seated posture and breathe. For those who are standing, we can turn the chair and we can place our right foot behind us and our left foot in front, and then we're just going to lean forward. For those who are seated, we can take our hands around the back of the right thigh and extend it up and hold. Or we can use our yoga strap to hold on to the foot. So for those of you who are seated today, we're gonna hold that leg. We're gonna exhale, bring the leg out to the side. Inhale to the center, and then exhale the other side. For those who want a little bit of a gentler version, we keep a slight bend in the knee. We go out to the side, into the center, and then out to the side. The knee may be slightly bent or maybe straight. If anyone is standing today, we have that left foot in front. We're going to slowly take our right hand to the hip, back to the center, and then to the other side. So this is the standing version. Breathe, keeping the lower back nice and flat. If we wanted more, we would bring that left hand a little lower. We go exhale, inhale. And this is very good for you, Pat, for stretching through that hamstring and the glute, the inner
Okay.
and outer and the upper glute. Again, the knee might be bent like so, or it might be a little bit straighter, or it might be a little bit straighter. If you're very advanced, you might be able to bring that leg a little higher. Just go to the place that feels good for you. There's no right or wrong today. As long as you're feeling a gentle stretch through the back of the thigh, through the glute, and through the inner and outer thigh. Just listen to the body. Take breaks whenever you need to. Respect the body. When you're ready, we're going to return to either a comfortable standing or comfortable seated position. For those of you who are standing, we're going to take the opposite leg in front and the opposite leg behind. If we're seated, we can slowly take the left foot up. You may want to keep the left knee bent. If you're not able to hold on the back of the thigh, you can put a band around your thigh and gently hold on to it. If it feels good, we can straighten that left knee and go side, center, side, center. For those in the standing position, we do the opposite. We take the other foot back. We're going to come forward and we're going to take that free hand to the side, the center, the other side, and the center, keeping that extension in the knee, opening through the hamstring and gluteal, and keeping the lower back nice and flat. Side, center, side. If you wanted more, we go a little bit deeper. Good. Feel the opening through the back of the thigh, through the outer thigh. Just breathe. No right, no wrong. Just listen to your body. When the time feels right, we can slowly return to a comfortable standing or seated position and take a moment to breathe. A little bit of attention now to the upper body. I'm just going to take my eye gaze. Exhale, look to the right. Inhale, look to the center. Exhale, look to the left. Inhale to the center. Keep my chin tucked and my shoulders relaxed. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep rolling the shoulder blades into the back of the chair, creating extension to the spine. A couple more rounds here, tongue to roof of mouth. Relax the jaw, neck, hip, and pelvis. Slowly center and breathe. From here, I'm going to take my right hand. I'm either to place it on my shoulder, or I may be able to place it on my temple, or I may be able to place it a little further and bring my right ear to my right shoulder. Eyes are looking straight ahead. We can stay here, or we can gently press the left hand back, palm facing back, or palm facing forward. Or a little bit more. If it feels good, we can start to circle that shoulder back and down, creating opening. And if this right hand gets tired, we can rest it on the thigh. And just draw the ear down. If it doesn't feel tired, we can keep it on the side temple. Feels good, you can make that circle a little bigger here. Some of you may be able to go all the way up and back without feeling strain in the neck or hip. If your body starts to feel any sort of strain or pulling or needle pin tightness, we've gone too far. If the breath is strained or choppy, we've gone too far. And the slower we move the hand, the deeper we'll feel the stretch through the neck and chest and shoulder. Really drawing that right ear right to the top of the right shoulder girdle. Feels good. We'll take it back and hold it. Just press the left back of the hand back as we look straight ahead. And when ready, slowly release. Remember, we can come out of the posture anytime we need to. I'm just going to circle my chin round slow. Releasing my neck and jaw, tongue to the roof of my mouth. Very gentle here, very soft. Relax and breathe. When it feels right, I'll slowly go in the opposite direction. Very soft, very gentle, decompressing my whole body. Tongue to roof of mouth. And then I'll slowly relax in the center. Breathe. Feels good. I'll take my left hand to my temple, right temple, and draw my left ear to the left shoulder. If my left hand gets tired, I can keep it resting on my left thigh. If it feels good, I'm going to gently press that right hand backwards. If I want a little bit more, I'll turn the right palm so it faces the front of the room. Exhale and gently press back. If it feels good, I'll do a gentle circle here, shoulder up, back, and down. If it feels good, we can make the circle a little bit bigger. If it doesn't feel good, we make the circle a little bit smaller. Only going to the place that feels right for us and our body at this moment in time. Doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. Feeling the release to the side of the neck and the chest and shoulder girdle is loosening up. Feels good. We can take it and hold it back, pressing that right thumb back as we look straight ahead. Left ear dropping down to left armpit. Breathe. And then slowly release. Once again, I'm going to do a few neck circles. Turn the chest. Feeling how the sides and back of the neck are open. And I'll go in the other direction as I relax. Whenever it feels good, I'm going to bring my eye gaze back to the middle. Relax. Placing my hands around my earlobes. I'm trying to gently draw my chin to my chest. I'm just going to turn to the side. Just going to gently draw my chin to my chest. And if it feels good, I can let my shoulders round a little bit. Feel the stretch to my upper back and the back of the neck musculature. Feel the shoulder blades widening across the back as the outside of the elbows roll in to shake hands with the armpit. We get that maximal protraction or widening of the shoulder blades across the back. Imagine your back is an eagle, and the eagle is spreading its wings, creating extension and strength to the upper spine. If it feels good, I can slowly allow my head to come a little closer to my thighs, feeling heat in my abdomen. And for those who want more, we can allow the hands to come to the sides as the head drapes down, pressing my chin to my chest. And if you can, just go as low as feels good here. Chin touching the chest. If anyone wants to go further, you can slide your hands between the windows of your inner thighs, reaching behind your tailbone. And hold. And when ready, we slowly rise. I can place my hands on my front thighs to help me come up. Allow my chin to move away from my chest. I can either look forward. I can take one hand, press on my chin, gently bring my chin back, opening my throat. If there's any tension in the back of the neck here through the corduroid artery, tuck the chin a little bit. If it feels good, bring the chin a little further back. If you want more, you can bring it all the way back and hold. Some of your eyes may be looking straight ahead, perhaps at an upward diagonal, or perhaps to the ceiling tile. And then exhale. Bring the head back to neutral. This time, I'm just going to draw my right ear to my right shoulder, and then my left ear to my left shoulder. Side, center, side. Releasing neck tension, tightness through the upper spine, sacrum or shoulder. When it feels right, slowly find stillness and breathe. Relax. Wonderful. From here, I'm going to take my right hand, reach it across. I'm going to hold just above my wrist as I slide my right hand. So I could hold with my hand like this. Or to make it a little bit deeper, I'm going to take my left hand, press my fingertips together so I create a blade, and then press the outside of my left wrist bone just on the side of the thumb into that right hand as I extend that right elbow. Hold here. If it feels good, you can take your left hand, slide it a little bit higher, closer to the wrist, or a little bit above the wrist as you reach the right hand to the side. If it feels good, start to slide that left thumb blade a little bit closer to the elbow, but not touching the elbow. Feels good. You can bring it above the elbow, closer to the armpit. Feels good. You can go a little bit closer to the femoral joint at the side of the shoulder. If anyone wants to go further, we're going to allow the head and chest to come forward, melting the back. Eyes can look forward or tuck the chin for more. If it feels good, you may be able to place the right forearm on the left front thigh and just look towards that right thumb. Feel a wonderful stretch to the upper spine, releasing any tension between the shoulder blades, through the upper traps, mid-drum boy. Relaxing, opening up. The lower back is loosening a little bit. Then when you're ready, slowly rise. Coming back to center. And breathe. From here, I'm going to do a couple of dynamic releases. So if I want a little bit more, I'm going to place my tippy toes on the yoga blocks. I'm going to roll forward. Let everything bounce. and then rise. This is level 1. Level 2, as we come up, we're going to reach the hands up and out and then fall. For those who want a more advanced posture, we're going to come to a standing position. We're going to allow our hips to go back as we exhale, straighten the knees. You can hold on to the chair. And as you inhale up, you can take one or both hands away from the chair and lean back, keeping the back straight and the knees lifting up to the hips. This is our more advanced version. Of course, holding onto the chair for balance. Otherwise, we simply fall forward and up. I'll do 2 more repetitions, whatever feels good for you. Exhale and inhale. Deep, slow, smooth, purposeful breaths. Relax everything. Melt into the earth. And just let go. And when you're ready, relax. Take a moment here to breathe. Creating that decompression. We'll take the left hand across this time. Hold just above the left wrist. Reach the left hand to the right. Shoulders drop away from ears. Feels good. We'll take the right hand a little higher, closer to the left elbow as we reach the left hand across. Feel the stretch to the spine. If it feels good, you can go a little further. Make sure we're not pressing directly on the joint, either just above or just below the joint for safety. Feels good. We can go closer to the armpit. And if you want to go a little further, we can allow the head and chest to come forward, perhaps allowing the left back side shoulder to move towards the right thigh. Eye gaze looks towards that left thigh. Opening the side of the shoulder to the deltoid, to the upper spine, to the upper back. The tongue, neck, and jaw relax. Feel the spine is released and decompressed. Just surrender into the earth, into the ground. Breathe. When ready, we'll slowly unravel, inhaling back to the center. Relax. Noticing here how we created space, expansion, opening through the whole body. From here, I'm going to take my left foot. I'm going to see if I can put my left foot just above my right ankle and allow my left knee to drop out to the side. Progression 1, stay here. If you want to go a little further, some of you may be able to place your left foot on your right inner thigh. You can hold on to the foot. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can keep that left foot down. Just allow that left knee to press out. You can either just let it rest on your foot, or some of you may want to place the band around the left leg and just hold on to it, allowing that left knee to press down, allowing it to just rest on the thigh here, hanging down. If you want a little bit more, you can start to slide your hips forward, keeping your lower back nice and straight and squeezing your glutes. If anyone feels very advanced, you can take your left foot on your right inner thigh and just push your hips forward as you gently roll the left knee to the ground. If you want more, you can reach the left hand back and look to the left thumb. Make sure the lower back feels stable and supported. Feeling the left inner thigh and groin stretching, expands across the pelvis. And breathe. For those using the band, we'll come back to center. We'll see if we can slowly straighten the left knee. You can either straighten it out in front of you, or you may bring it to your hip. Some of you may be able to go a little bit higher up. If anyone feels good, you may be able to clasp the top of the foot, curl the toe to the head edges. If that feels uncomfortable, just stay down. Just go as far as feels good for you. Listen to your body. There's no right or wrong. There's just what's right for you. And when ready, we'll slowly release that left leg. If you're using a band, you can wrap the band around the right. If you're not using a band, that's okay too. We'll take that right foot. You can either sit tall and place the right foot just over the ankle, perhaps holding on to a band, perhaps just letting it hang on the leg. If you want to go further, you can slide the hips forward, squeeze the glutes, tuck the tail, letting that right knee drop out to the side. If you want a little bit more, allow gravity to do the work for us. We can place that right foot on the inner thigh or the top of the thigh and just let that right knee drop down. Breathe. Feels good. You may want to reach your right hand up. If you feel unbalanced or unstable, please keep that right hand on the thigh for extra support. Just breathe here, pressing the hips forward, squeezing the glutes, tongue to the roof of the mouth. When the time is right, we'll release. Slowly come back to center. We can extend that left knee just as far as feels good. We may want to keep it low or lift it a little bit higher. And if we don't have a band, we can hold on to our pant leg. Just go as high as feels good for you and your body while creating an extension through the knee and breathing. There's no right or wrong today. It's just what's right for you. Ready? Slowly release. You'll either find a comfortable seated position, eyes open or closed, palms down or up, whatever feels good to you. Tongue to roof of mouth and breathe. Feel the lower abdomen rise, mid-chest, upper chest. Exhale, upper chest, mid-chest, lower abdomen. This is our relaxation and meditation. Eyes may be opened or closed. For those who prefer a standing meditation, we can come up into a standing position. Keep the eyes closed for safety and walk very slowly. Feeling first the heel touch the ground, then the ball of the foot, then the arches lift of the back leg. The weight shifts onto the ball of the back leg. Back leg steps forward, heel touching. Ball of foot as the opposite heel lifts. Feeling the mechanics of the foot, watching what lands, what lifts, what falls, what relaxes, what releases. Feeling the sensations of the floor on the arches of the feet. For those who are in a seated meditation, feel the sensation of the abdomen rising, the mid-chest rising, and their collarbones rising and expanding. The inhale, you feel them drawing in and down and relaxing on the exhale. Relax the whole body. Eyes may be open. Eyes may be closed. Eyes may be half opened or half closed, which we we typically use in Yoga Nidra or half yogic sleep. Let go of tension. Just let everything melt. Let everything When the time is right, we'll slowly bring the hands to the heart center. Come to a seated position if you're standing. If it feels good, we can open the eyes. Breathe. 3 deep breaths here. I may invite you to either keep the hands in line with the heart or inhale the hands up over the head and then exhale the hands out and down. 2 more deep breaths. And the hands can stay still or they can come up and down. Whatever feels good and right to you. This connects the sun, the moon, the male, the female, the day, the night, the yin, the yang energy. And we use 3 breaths to symbolize connection between mind, body, and spirit. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks, everybody. Good job today.
Thank you.
Jeff.
You.
Thank you, Jeff. That's a great stretch on the hands.
Oh, wonderful. Great to have you.
Like a full body massage.
Full body massage. There you go. So now we can relax and feel good for the rest of the day.
Right.
Thank you.
Very much. We'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. Hope to see you again, Delcia.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good weekend or week. Sorry, this is not the weekend. Have a good week.
Yeah, it's only Monday.
I know, a long way to go.
Yeah.
Bye, Nora. Great to have you today.
Yeah, thank you very
Did you sort
much.
everything out with your son?
Yeah, well, my grandson's gonna take my car for the winter because I won't probably be driving too much in the winter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No, that makes
oh.
sense.
Yeah. So they were just picking the car up. They were supposed to come tonight, but they decided to come early.
Come a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm glad you got it all sorted out, my friend.
Yes.
We'll
Thank
see
you.
you next week.